Helicopters driving me gunzo, but they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll see your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles you need to grow. I've been watching mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the throne. My God, oh God, this is on a God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Downstairs. You mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's right. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
I am the first. I said I am the first. I am the first. I said I am the first of all time.
Let's go.
I am the first.
You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me.
I said I am the first.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything.
I am the first.
You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me.
I said I am the first of all time.
Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me.
I am the first.
You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me.
I said I am the first.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything.
I am the first.
You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me.
I said I am the first.
Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me.
I am the first.
You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me.
I said I am the first.
Just let the record.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First play's a run with Nwangu. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, Nwangu. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll set up a throw.
Out left and complete to Thornton.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On the move to his left.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
The Colts at 500, sitting at 5-5. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Nick Bonito. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Under 10, 10, 12, 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So After the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. The result, only 4 yards there on the play.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
The best offensive lines I know, they hang together and they don't really make a distinction. But the right side of this offensive line, they may ask for a raise after that one because without them, that 1st down doesn't happen.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Ready. 52 blue.
On play action, they'll throw. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Here's Burrow. Being chased out left.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jordan Berry out to punt on fourth down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
52's the mark, boy, 52.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 23. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That one goes for 8 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Burrow's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dancing to his left.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 41, Burrow. Open man here is Conklin. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On the run is Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll run with Nwangu. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another run now for Nwangu. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, Nwangu. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. On the give, this is Eckler, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. 49. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Eckler now between the tackles. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah.